Hi, I'm Phil Ollie, and welcome to today's Daily Phil broadcast to help you get set for a great day ahead. Often children say the most incisive things that make you stop in your tracks for their simplicity. And my children are now all grown up and live fulfilled and independent lives. So they've been mortified by me telling you this story, but here goes. When Christopher was about 5 years old and Victoria 3, one rainy day, we lived in Scotland, so there were plenty of those, they were sitting on the lounge floor making jigsaw puzzles just to pass the time in the afternoon. Now, both were really bright kids. Christopher was always way ahead of his time, really, and he went on eventually to study sciences at Cambridge University, so you can tell I'm a proud dad. But he was always very bright, and Victoria similarly very bright, but she was also very assertive, very quietly determined and persistent little sister to him. And she'd, having an older brother who often brought his pals home after school, she'd learned how to stick up for herself, that's for sure. So there they are, the pair of them making their jigsaw puzzles on the sitting room carpet. As Christopher inevitably, smugly finished the final pieces of his jigsaw, he leaned across to help his little sister finish hers. Now, as I say, Victoria was always a very determined and quietly assertive girl, and annoyed at her older brother attempting to meddle in her jigsaw, she firmly put him in his place. She pushed his hand away, fixed him with a glare as only younger sisters can, and said, "Christopher, stop making other people's jigsaws." Stop making other people's jigsaws. Have you ever been in a situation where someone is having a bit of a drama, a crisis, an issue, and you just can't help but being drawn into it to fix it? And whilst 3 days later they've forgotten all about it, you have really got so embroiled in it that it's become a project management task, and many other people probably as well, around the office or at home or wherever. And what you should have been getting on with has been forgotten. You've been distracted from it in order to deal with this imaginary crisis that actually would have been better for the other person to deal with themselves, because that's where their learning is. Now, I'm all for help, I'm all for support, and I'm all for collaboration. But it's a fine line. And how often in business do we get drawn across that line and embroiled in other people's fuss, other people's dramas, other people's jigsaws, getting waylaid from our own real points of focus, our own real goals? And whenever I find myself being tempted into other people's dramas, other people's affairs that are really none of my business, and we would be best left with them to deal with because that's their journey, that's their learning, I think of that phrase: stop making other people's jigsaws. Whenever I get distracted from my own path, my own focus, my own goals, stop making other people's jigsaws. Stop making other people's jigsaws. Stop making other people's jigsaws. So have a great day today, focused on your own jigsaw, and I look forward to seeing you again at the same time tomorrow.